Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and we are back again talking about more haters and more detractors who continue to be upset with me because I don't fall into the narrative of I'm gonna just hate Eric July because you guys say I should for reasons unknown. I should just hate Eric July because you said so, or the frog cultist leaders said so. Yes, I should definitely do that because apparently as well I can't help but like only art from the Rippaverse. I can't help but like other artworks out there. Man, oh man. Whew, this fat book of The Last Ronin must be so fucking invisible right now to everyone that's watching this video. Wow. I must be holding yet another fake art book in my hand, a fake book of art in my hand right here. By the way, I got this thing for 50% off because this book doesn't sell as much as it used to because apparently everyone who already wanted this book already got it. But I digress. We're going to take a look at right here at the Rippaverse newest campaign, Yara number 1, sitting at $1.326 million with 9,749 total purchasers, over 16,600 books sold in the graphic novel category. We also have Blade Devil 2, Chains of Blood. I'm looking forward to this book as well because, as usual, I don't like any artwork outside of the Rippaverse. No siree. I definitely don't like beautiful bobs and booty on women in books, in anime and manga style books. No siree. We're not going to do that. We're not going to pretend like we don't like things like that. Whew. If you want to get on Blade Devil 1, though, Sick Fox Studios Unlimited has the book for you at just $10. Let's move along here, where I simply put out a post. Because I keep hearing this nonsense of the Rippaverse is dying every single day, apparently. And I put this. This was a title that Ethan Van Sciver decided to put out, saying, Rippaverse is dying, MCU. Yes, you're basically saying the same nonsense over and over again. You're doing exactly the thing you claim everyone else is doing, which is regurgitating a bunch of bullcrap. Like Rippaverse is dying. And now you're just saying MCU just to mirror what people like Gary from Neurotic, who has over 1 million subs, has been saying for a long time, where you decide to be stagnant and lose subs almost monthly. So I said, I wonder how many times I'm going to see Rippaverse just dying in 1 week, even as Rippaverse and ISOM, and even Eric July has trended on Twitter this past week. Moving on to where Bruce, shout out to Bruce, says, imagine being a longtime veteran in comics and having one campaign with 11,893 backers, 7,078 in the campaign window, then having your very next book drop to 4,644 backers, 3,657 in the campaign window. To top that off, claim someone else's books are quote-unquote dying. And you can see the post here. The backers, the amount of money, has been halved. We, of course, have good old Jay Bomacook trying to troll with, you live in Florida, come train with me to be a man beast as you have chicken legs, but I'll teach you how to have chicken legs rather than working on your legs weekly, not just once in a blue when I feel like it, like you probably do. A grown man constantly fantasizing over making another man sweat and staring at his body. Typical gay, cancel gay. We're all fighting homoerotic fantasies over here, as he shows a picture of Ethan Van Sciver. And I told this guy I have thicker legs than him because he decided to show me this clip of him lifting in the gym for some reason. I'm looking at the weights going up and down, looking like, dude, I can lift more than that. you gotta be kidding me. I'll bet $1,000 in all my Rippaverse ISOM books that you don't. Yes, the Rippaverse books suck so bad. You see how badly this is a cell phone. They suck so bad, yet you still have them. You know what happened when EVS decided to be an a-hole towards somebody else more successful than them? I got rid of majority of what I have. And then I'm going to try to get rid of the rest of it because I don't want it around here. Just saying. I said, I don't have any respect for you as it is. The biggest reason being referring to me with a name that has nothing to do with me and comes from jealous, overweight, irrelevant, lol-cal YouTubers who one was accused of rape and drugging a woman in the past. The fact you fall in lockstep with any lie your cult leader tells you, no one really should. Just looking at the weight you're lifting with your legs, that's how I can tell I have bigger legs than you. It's very easy. For which Bruce says, I've watched overweight dudes that had shown muscle like Jay Bomatard be taken off the mountain in agony on ATVs halfway through 10-mile, 30 obstacle Tough Mudder events. I don't know what that actually is. It's probably something akin to the whole Spartan thing, but of course he has to laugh because he got nothing else. And I said nothing I said was wrong. Go be gay somewhere else, far away from me. To which this person says, no, retract this. He could be fatter than Lizzo. And I said, no one could be fatter than Lizzo unless you're Tess Holiday, who apparently has anorexia. So, you have Lombardi, yet another one of those EVS shills, right? Or cultists, we'll say, because that's a better word. Disney couldn't pay for better advertising than get from F&T quartering in July. You mean as Disney decides to be in debt, have losing subscribers, losing millions and millions, probably billions of dollars yearly? Yeah, those are the people that are definitely advertising Disney in such a high light. Just like Air July couldn't pay for better advertising than EVS, constantly talking crap about something he doesn't like and allowing people to see him for the fraud he is, and people will ultimately spend their money elsewhere, like his declining sales. Hashtag the quartering was right. And the reason I said that is because there was a video back then when he had Cyberfrog, when quartering supported Cyberfrog 2. He stated that EVS would never have another $1 million campaign again after Cyberfrog 2, and so far, he's been correct. Cyberfrog 3 sitting at 610, probably 620K. Rainbow's at 500K. Fearsome's, I think, at like 78K. All his campaigns are under $1 million since Cyberfrog 2. Meanwhile, the Rippaverse is still making $1 million campaigns, and is absolutely hilarious to see these people cope and seed constantly. There's just as much space for your email address as there is for the synopsis of your comic. Vanity presses are rife with scams, by the way. That's what I think Eric is doing here. He probably doesn't even know it. And I said, this man holds a grudge worse than a woman. He totally acts like a fucking woman. Daily. Drop a physique photo. All I see is a lot of talk from you. And I'd say, judging by your timeline, you look like the average CT cultist. CG cultist. Your physique isn't that impressive. I've seen better physiques than yours. Now, it's funny that people like to say, oh, they like to make these little weird gay comments. But you can judge a man's physique and still not be gay. Also, when you're out there like me, trying to improve your physique, you tend to find videos that show you how to do proper form and build muscle quicker. So you kind of have no choice. You'll see a guy's physique while he's performing exercises you're trying to get the form correct for so that you could build muscle and lose body fat. You obviously couldn't make it as a fitness influencer, so you're trying to jump on the Rippaverse hate train, acting as if you know anything about art. That's hilarious. Now I'm going to go through this, right? You're going to see all the people that don't really say anything outside of, insults. They don't have any actual arguments. They just insult my appearance because they never have any arguments outside of, you're a Rippatard, you're a Rippashill, you're a Rippa this and that, or you're fat, which I have thick skin, bro. I don't freaking care what you say about me. I truly, truly don't. LG saying, dude really wants to look at another grown man. Now, I'm going to highlight a couple of these. I'm definitely highlighting the one from B.A. Turner that says, don't huff too much copium. Meanwhile, your book can barely sell any copies, so you really shouldn't be talking much. Which you're supposed to be a novelist, right? You're not a comic book artist, you're a novelist. So you think you know anything about art and story, but like ISOM. Okay, so there are a bunch of other things that have nothing to do with ISOM storytelling or artwork from ISOM or artwork from the Rippaverse, right? But I also like the artwork from Alpcore, which was drawn by Joe Bennett, which drew he did the pencils for things like Immortal Hulk, which is highly celebrated by a lot of people who like comics, but apparently I don't like artwork. We're going to get into that comment as well. This is just, they just want to add you to their gay fantasy collection. Apparently so. You have TJ Laser, who again doesn't show his face. He's probably a fat, overweight, out of shape motherfucker that likes to talk his mouth, run his mouth with all his little buddies in the corner, like bitter bitches in a hair salon complaining about Air July. Your timeline makes you look like a Ripper cultist. Meanwhile, I've shown my timeline before where I don't talk about Rippaverse all day. Celebrating and promoting a freaking comic is apparently akin to being a cultist. Now they made up a new word called a Rippacrite. Like, what the fuck is that word, bro? It's like these dudes just make up words for people out of spite and out of nowhere. That's a really gay. You see, this is the one I was talking about. This is a really gay statement. Just how many dudes' physiques have you been watching? Oh man, it's like, I don't know. Like I said, if you're looking to see how to properly do form, what do? You go watch someone that already has a built physique, and they teach you how to use proper form, how to do proper form, how to use the equipment properly so that you don't injure yourself when you're in the gym. But hush, fatty. Shut up, bitch. You got nothing to say. You repeat the same comment every time you comment. Your delusional tirades give me life, says the guy with the fake steroid-looking bicep that doesn't even look natural. Your bicep don't even look natural, dude. What is this? This bicep doesn't even look natural, dog. Want to talk about me? Oh my god, he retarded. You're such an effing clown. This is the weirdo that claims he's so cool because he has multiple copies of Chrono Trigger. Dude, it's not a freaking own. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. Are you joking? You're joking, right? Okay, so let's get into Mr. You don't know shit about art, right? So, meanwhile, I'll have things like I showed in the beginning of the video. You know, I've got Last Ronin here. By the way, no one's really buying this because, like I said, everyone who wanted this already bought it. Got this at half price. It's a $30 graphic novel, basically, or a collection of floppies. And I got for $15 because no one's buying this. Right? That whole thing about artwork and story, I guess this freaking this book of I don't know, She from Billy Tucci doesn't look absolutely amazing, right? This fucking great piece of artwork that's shown on this 2-page fold or whatever they call it, right? This isn't absolutely awesome. I definitely don't have, you know, King Spawn #1, which the cover was made by Todd McFarlane himself. His artwork must be absolutely garbage, and his storytelling must be absolutely trash too, because I definitely don't have stuff like that, right? I definitely don't have this absolutely amazing Captain America that was done by Billy Tucci. Signed by Billy Tucci, by the way, because this is something I purchased from him directly when I met him in person at New York Comic Con last year. Terrible, my terrible art standards that I must have. Let's look at another terrible set of artwork from yet another legendary Marvel cover artist named Greg Horn. This is his Superman and his Batman. So if you're gonna sit there and tell me that I don't know shit about art, go fuck yourself. Because I clearly know shit about art. Let's continue. As I direct you weirdos. Here's the ISOM comic concept art book uploaded from Genius Scan from my phone. As I try to tell you that it only has 8 pages even though it has 16. How do you physically have the book and your dumbass will probably still believe that a double-sided page that has artwork on one side and artwork on the other side only has 1 page? It's only 1 page according to you. So I guess Cyberfrog 2 is 24 pages according to you clowns. Now you want to sit up here and you want to say that Yaira hasn't outsold things like Invincible Compendium Volume 1. Okay, so this is the amount of books sent to comic book shops in 2021 according to Comicron.com. So this is how many books were sent in 2021, right, to comic shops. So here you are posting all the comic concept art or whatever, claiming that it's 8 pages, whatever, dude. Okay, so here we have the evidence that you need because you're a clown. You're the biggest retard when it comes to anything Rippaverse detracting, we'll say. So you can see right here from February 4th, 2023 to March 2nd, 2024, Solo Leveling, number 8, volume 8, quantity was 12,026. Yaira #1 has sold 16,600, over 16,000 600 books. So if we move along here, top 20 superhero comics sold February 2024, from February 4th, 2023 to February 2nd, 2024. 9,765 of this book that I have right here. Of this book that I have right in my hands right here. Which I've told you twice in this video, I've spent $15 on this book. I got it for half price. This is normally a $30 book, US, that I spent $15 to get. And single issues for this book were about $7. And I think last running was either 4 or 5 issues. I think it was 5 issues. So think about that. $7 an issue, 5 issues, that's $35. I spent $15 to get the whole thing. And I actually have issues 1, 2, and 5, I believe, of last running because I couldn't find 3 and 4. So I ended up buying that. So there's your proof, stupid. This is what you wanted to say. Oh, that did it sell more than Invincible Compendium number 1? So if Invincible Compendium number 1 sent 17,826 books to comic shops, do you think the number went up, or did you think the number went down in the last 3 years? Most likely went down, considering that manga dominates the U.S. graphic novel sales. And The Last Ronin's at 9,765. So what in the world are you talking about, Tizzle Spencer, you clown? Now let's move on to B.A. Turner, since he wants to tell people about copium or whatever garbage he wants to spew out today. Let's go to your YouTube channel where you have 426 subscribers. You only get over 1,000 views when you're talking about Eric July. You got 1,300 views in 5 days doing a review of I Someone, which you probably didn't even buy. You probably pirated it, for all I know. I didn't watch the video, so I don't really know that for sure. But I know for sure that you've got 1,300 views when you're talking about ISOM. Other one over here, where it says, Am I a Rippaverse Detractor? 1,300 views 2 weeks ago. 881 views talking about the Yara live action trailer. So, 76, 90, 1K for Ripperson live action, a live reaction. 157, 331, 576, 123. So you get like no views. If you're not talking about Yaira, if you're not talking about Rippaverse, if you're talking about your own stuff, nobody cares to listen. Nobody cares to listen. And you can't say that about me because I've had videos that had nothing to do with Eric July or Rippaverse do better than the videos that do have to do with that. Let's go to your Indiegogo where you still have $9,900, 152 backers. Right? Let's get physical. Choose book 1 or book 2, 0 claimed. People bought it in bulk. They bought book 1 and book 2 together. Both novels and 13 people. You made more money selling original art than you did actually selling the book. It would appear. I don't know. 550, 80, 80, 80, 250, 225 Ultimate Justice package. So you have to sell. You sold stuff as a package to make money. So 225 times 5, a little over $1,000 right there. Another one, 150. So you're not really doing much better than a lot of people who are trash talking Eric July. So I said also to this guy, right? He says, I've already won bodybuilding shows. Congratulations. So has the hundreds of other bodybuilders that are more impressive when it comes to how much they can actually lift. So there's that. I never stated that I hated Ripped. It's Rippa. But I will call out BS. Ripped effed over his customers anyway. Drop a physique pic, or you clearly just some out of shape F. I don't know. Show the gains, man. I'm not interested. I don't care. You right here saying you're 125, 10. That means you're barely under the overweight, bro. You're barely under the overweight category as far as BMI. So nobody cares. I'm not jealous of you. I just said that your physique isn't that impressive. You got butthurt because I said that. That's not my fucking problem. You're supposed to be thick-skinned about how your physique looks, but apparently you got butthurt over it. But it's funny how if I check your fucking timeline though, you were reposting Eric July 2 years ago. Oh, shocking how that happens. Oh, it's the same thing like all your other flip-floppers. Let's go through your timeline. Constantly reposting Eric, constantly reposting Eric and stuff about fitness and whatnot. Oh, let's keep going. Looking like a clown with your short shorts. Oh. And then what happened? Oh, just this year, talking about Comicsgate. Wow. Around the same time everybody else flip-flopped. Whew. Man, that must be so coincidental that you flip-flop just like the rest of them around the same exact time. Here's a video that says why and what you can do about it. Eric July, Comicsgate, Rippaverse, with your 346 subscribers while you have 10 followers on Facebook. Talking about you have clout and you did this and you traveled to 15 countries. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It goes back to that I'm a smug asshole. Let's take a listen to what you had to say.
Eric July, what up? So, why have you been getting so much backlash on the projects you've been releasing? And what can you do about it? I'm here to help you out, man.
I'm here to help you out, bro, because I'm black like you and I know artwork better than you and I know how to run a business better than you, even though I have no following whatsoever.
Even though you blocked me on Twitter, I'm here to help you out. So
probably because you're being a clown.
Listen, why have you caught so much flack on your projects? You've been highly critical of Marvel and DC constantly throughout.
It's kind of interesting how you've never talked about this before. You're just going to be one of those that just listens to what your cucked J Bama person is going to be saying and what EVS is going to be saying. Yeah, you're just going to regurgitate the same crap you've heard without anything else. Just regurgitate the same crap you've heard from people that have a huge bias against the person you're talking about.
An extended period of time, we know this, right? You've been highly critical of Marvel and DC, which is all fine. Now, if you are going to be that critical of others' art, you must then release something that is absolutely undeniable.
He's not an artist, he's a writer. The only real art he does is music, which, while being self-published, is more successful than you at that too. At being self-published, has been able to be more successful than you in that as well.
Which hasn't been the case yet, right? What can you do about it? Put a hard pause on all of your projects. Spend a year making just one comic. Spend a year and a half most. But make something absolutely undeniable. Stop.
No. So here you're basically saying do the EVS method. Be late as you possibly want to with one comic book. Fantastic. That is such a great piece of advice coming from someone who's not being successful in an individual statement, an individual anything. You're not successful in any of your platforms, yet you're trying to tell someone who's been successful on 4 campaigns in a row, making over $1 million more than an established comic washed up pro, but he's supposed to take a year to a year and a half and do the EVS method. He's not the artist. And there are better artists than EVS. Alex Ross, Joe Ball, Dillard are better artists. I just showed you Greg Horn. He makes way better art than fucking EVS. He's not the godfather of what the best art is.
Stop spending money on trailers. Stop mentioning that you're now the owner of a multi-million-dollar company. We've been around millions already, bro. I've been in 15 countries. You know, people have already been making money. So you're not unique. Don't think you're getting criticized.
Oh, he's unique in the indie comic space. He's the biggest indie comic guy. He is literally the biggest indie comic guy. He has had his peers tell him that he wouldn't be able to make it on a separate independent platform away from Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Invested his own money. So he has the right to say that when he invests his own money and not other people's money, as people are doing with Indiegogo and Kickstarter. And there are plenty of people who don't start drama, who just keep their head down and keep working and get projects done. I've got plenty of those types of books. I got plenty of books from those types of people. And comic books aren't even my top entertainment medium. And I've supported these people.
Because you're black. You are not unique. You're getting criticized to this level because you criticize.
Air July has never put it at the forefront that he's the greatest because he's black. Or he's great at something because he's black. EVS was the one that said, people only like Eric July because he's black. Let's remind people of that. Let's remind people there's a clip out there that shows EVS stating that people only like Eric because he's black. I have a video on my channel that has that clip. It's in the thumbnail where it has the speech bubble of EVS saying people only like you because you're black. It's that video. If anything, I'll link it in this video.
Marvel and DC so heavily. So put a hard pause on all your projects. Create something that's absolutely undeniable. And thank your boy later, alright?
Thank your boy later for being a total failure at every single social media platform. That'll get him working. That'll get him going. Whew, man. That'll definitely get him going. Look at that. Oh, man. See exactly what I said. This man out here putting out bull crap. 25 views, 137 views, 33 views, 105 views, 106 views, 46 views, 40 views. My dude, who picked you to go to 15 different countries? Who put you on the map like that? Because your video about Eric July got more views than all your other videos. And some of them you could combine the views together and it's still less than the amount of views you got on this one. Clown world, man. Talk about, oh, grift, right? Grift. $30 for a meal plan. A workout plan. $40 to teach somebody how to eat properly. The fuck? You could learn that online for free from YouTube. Are you stupid? Introduction to bodybuilding, $60, $80 a week to have your online training. The fuck? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get your ass out of here. Got this freaking clown right here talking about every time a Ripper defends the Rippaverse, the Ripper crates always have to bring up Eric's race. Y'all brought up Eric's race. EVS brought Eric's race into it. EVS has brought the man's race into it. What are you talking about, my guy? What are you talking about? And you want to say he dances like a white bundle of sticks? The fuck? Bro, get your stupid ass out of here. Then you had Thor Odinson, right? You had Thor Odinson absolutely get destroyed in the comments. He didn't get ratioed, but he got destroyed by everyone in the comments section. Talking about the core audience of Rippaverse seems to be people who don't actually read comics. Pish! I have a freaking picture of my indie comics right there. Right there. And I've never once shied away about being a comic book normie. Like I just said earlier, it's not even my top entertainment medium. It's video games, then movies, then comics. And even then, it might be lower than music. Music might be my third entertainment thing that I like to enjoy. Comics might be fourth place. But if there's a comic I'm interested in reading, I will read it. When I got Blade Devil, the day I got Blade Devil, I read that bitch all the way through. In one sitting. I read Isom all the way in one sitting. 1, 2, and Alpha Core. In one sitting. Because I couldn't take my eyes off the page. And the story was engaging. Same thing with Starlight Cats. Same thing with Inglorious Rex. Same thing with Case of the Littlest Umbrella. I've read multiple indie comics. Out of here, man. Rippaverse Wiki absolutely destroying you with his collection. Comics with Eli showing you his collection of indie comics, of manga, Death Note. Way better written than anything in Western indie comics right now. The fuck? I said it. I said it's always retarded individuals, including the flip-floppers like yourself, who say this retarded shit. All the CGCs this man got, all the books this man got. Quote, this comic book company's core audience doesn't read comic books. Saying he self-owned himself by literally saying the comic book company's core audience doesn't read comic books while they're reading comic books. Sure, I don't read comics. Just stop, haters. This you? Mainstream comic industry may be a rotting course, but indie comics like Comicsgate and Iron Age are only getting better and better. Back, I saw him 2 today. This was back when he promoted it, and then flip-flop when his frog cult leader told him to. Getting laughed at. Actually, there's both. There's people like me who are new to comics, which I thought it was a good thing to bring new readers to comics, and people who have always been into comics. Comic lifers, if you will. Not your best tweet. Creating a universe for comic readers and newbies wanting to get into it. Why limit yourself to only comic readers? Creating a universe that newbies will also find intriguing. Would it reading the books from Eric make me a comic book reader? To have a name like Thor Odinson and be this much a villain is an insult. Stop insulting customers because you don't share your opinion. Should I lie and state a non-fact simply because you have a difference of opinion? I think this is you. You're clueless. I own 800 comics. You're full of shit. Low IQ post. Clown, bro. Got back to Yanzi Lin, who said this 3 years ago. Joe Bennett is anti-Semite. He has no place in CG, which has a diversity of race, religion, and sexual orientations. Then stood by the statement. I maintain my stance that Nine Lives Comics will never hire Joe Bennett. CG can't cancel him from mainstream since he has already been canceled from it. You're welcome to him. We don't need someone drawing the wrong number of fingers on our human characters. While EVS draws the wrong number of fingers on his character. 4 fingers and a thumb. 4 fingers and a thumb. And then this one, he has 5 fingers. What the fuck? Exposed. There's a guy. I'm Brazilian. Joe's art of our president and his goons has nothing anti-Semitic. This is an actual Brazilian. We call politicians here rats like Americans call cows pigs. The big nose is because they are drawn as rats. I love when gringos assume stuff from a culture they know nothing about. She got wrecked. By the way, here's Vonster, right? We all know who Vonster is, one of those other flip-floppers. So this man went from 106K on his first book, which is good, at 6 figures, to 96K, which is, I've heard about this book a lot, which I didn't get it. So I wasn't interested. Wasn't interested in it. 96K, almost 100K, dollars, almost 6 figures. Then it dropped to 16K. Now currently at 17K. I wonder what happened between those 2 campaigns that no one's interested in buying your stuff now. No one seems to be interested in buying your stuff. But you want to sit here and talk about how bad the quality of ISOM is. Look at the fucking shit you draw. Look at the shit your freaking artist draws, dude. This is as bad as Richard Embryo. We're gonna get into that bitch too. Black Angus with his 9 backers for his posters that were drawn by a P to the E to the D to the O, a convicted one at that. Of course, I'm not gonna. I just like to rag on him because it's hilarious. I personally don't. Whatever. It's fine. It's just I like to call out the hypocrisy of this nonsense, right? We got Blood on the Sword, 4 months, only $3,230, 206 backers, right? 206 backers. 41 people got digital comics, digital fake non-comics. 14. So that's what? 55 of this Blood on the Sword. That's almost that's like a third. Retailer bundle. So 120 of your books went to retailers. Not even to customers, to retailers. So out of 200 and... Oh my God. Only 129 people physically bought this book. Only 129 copies sold. Yet you could get a book called Ariel, the Little Mermaid. This guy in 10 months raised 20 grand and got 389 backers. I wonder how that happened. Probably because he wasn't sitting up here talking nonsense and his book actually looks good. Look at that cover. Another cover. Another cover. Another cover. This looks way better than that bullcrap you're putting out. A slop you're putting out with this. It's no wonder your book is $5. It's probably printed on cooking paper and looks like ass. So go ahead and help this man get his second book funded for Terror in the Trenches Volume 2. Go right ahead and help this man do that because he definitely needs it, going from 106K down to 22K because, you know, he's got to fund my comic and the Indiegogo ones. So help this man out in his Terror in the Trenches too if you choose to do so. I personally don't care. I'm not supporting people who are going to crap all over other artists out of spite and envy and jealousy because someone else told you should. Fuck all that. At the end of the day, these are the people that act as if they are above you, that they are better than you, just because reasons. When in all actuality, they don't know a dang thing about nothing they're talking about. And I bring the facts and evidence to disprove the nonsense that they're on about. So thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button. Comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Consider becoming a member, just $1 a month with the join button below. If you don't want to spend a buck, that's okay too. Just, I thank you highly for watching the video. It really does mean a lot to me that you all are subscribing and watching the videos. On our way to 2,000 subscribers. We're only 64 away. So if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.